Was medieval England just knights and dragons, or was there a hidden, messy, utterly human world simmering beneath the armor? Let's dive into the muddy realities of 15th century Gloucestershire, a place where justice wasn't always blind, and a coroner's job was a whole lot more complicated than you might think. Imagine a landscape stitched together with ancient tracks, dotted with stone villages clinging to hillsides and crisscrossed by rivers that whispered secrets to the wind. This was Gloucestershire 1450 to 1500, a patchwork of manors, each ruled by a lord and governed by a system that was slowly, painfully shifting. The old ways, the community justice handed down through generations, were starting to crumble under the weight of a rising crown. It began with the coroners. Forget the grim, gothic image you might have. These weren't detectives in black capes. They were local officials, often just wealthy landowners themselves, tasked with investigating suspicious deaths. Their roles, meticulously recorded on parchment, became a bizarre record of everyday life and sudden, violent ends. A man trampled by a cart, a woman poisoned with a shrew's venom, a child drowned in a stream. The coroner's roll documented it all, a chilling inventory of Gloucestershire's mortality. One entry details a blacksmith, Silas Blackwood, found dead after a brawl, kicked to the ground and beaten with a club, a most foul deed. Another recounts a miller, Thomas Finch, struck down by a falling beam, a seemingly simple accident that hinted at something darker. These weren't just records, they were glimpses into a society grappling with violence and uncertainty. Let's talk about serfdom. Was it a simple master-slave relationship? Absolutely not. It was a tangled web of obligations, a constant negotiation between lords and peasants. The manor court, the heart of local administration, was a chaotic arena where disputes were settled, taxes were collected, and rebellious spirits were swiftly silenced. A farmer couldn't just leave his land, he was bound to the soil, owing labor and a portion of his harvest to the lord, but the bonds weren't unbreakable. Disputes over boundaries, inheritance, or even simple insults could drag a man before the court, where the lord's judgment, often delivered with a heavy hand, could determine his fate. Then there were the wills. Not the flowery, sentimental documents we imagine today. These were practical affairs, meticulously detailing possessions, debts, and the distribution of wealth. The Bedfordshire wills, meticulously transcribed by R.F. Hunneyset, reveal a surprising level of detail. We learn that Agnes Miller, a widow, left her cottage, her cow, and a considerable sum of money to her son, John. But there's a caveat: if John should marry a woman of ill repute, he shall forfeit his inheritance. William Davies, a blacksmith, bequeathed his tools, his horse, and a small plot of land to his daughter Mary with the instruction, "She shall pay the debt of her father's forge." These weren't just legal documents, they were snapshots of family life, revealing anxieties about legacy, social standing, and the unpredictable nature of fortune. The Prerogative Court of Canterbury offered a different kind of record, the final testament of a life. Margaret MacGregor's edition of Bedfordshire wills, proved in the Prerogative Court of Canterbury, 1383 to 1548, paints a picture of a society preoccupied with death and inheritance. A farmer named Robert Goodwin, for example, left his entire estate to his wife, Eleanor, with the specific instruction that she maintain a decent household and provide for the education of her children. These wills weren't just about possessions, they were about shaping the future, about ensuring that the family name and the land would endure. But what about the darker corners of Gloucestershire? The Bawdy Court records, compiled by Paul Hare, offer a disturbing glimpse into the social controls of the era. These weren't grand, theatrical trials. They were petty offenses, public drunkenness, indecent exposure, and scandalous behavior brought before local magistrates. A man caught singing bawdy songs in the marketplace could face a fine or even a whipping. A woman accused of walking in a wanton manner could be subjected to a public shaming. The Bawdy Court wasn't about justice, it was about maintaining social order, about suppressing behavior deemed undesirable by the ruling class. Let's move to the administrative side. The Bishop Hald Survey, a record of Durham's possessions, provides a valuable insight into the broader economic and political landscape. William Greenwell's edition reveals the scale of the church's wealth and influence, highlighting the complex relationships between the church, the nobility, and the peasantry. Meanwhile, the calendar of Nottinghamshire coroners' inquests reveals a surprisingly high number of deaths due to accidents, a testament to the dangers of rural life. Then there's the intricate world of guilds. The Cambridge Guild records, meticulously transcribed by Mary Bateson, detail the rules and regulations governing the trades and crafts of the city. These guilds weren't just about commerce, they were about social identity, mutual support, and the preservation of traditional skills. The records reveal a complex hierarchy, with master craftsmen holding the highest positions and apprentices learning the trade from the ground up. And what about the Chertsey Abbey court rolls? Elsie Toms's abstract provides a fascinating look at the legal disputes and administrative matters handled by the abbey. Disputes over land, debts, and inheritance were common, reflecting the tensions between the abbey's wealth and the needs of its tenants. Consider the churchwarden's accounts of Crosscombe, Pilton, Latin, Tintinhull, Morbeth, and St. Michael's Bath. Edmund Hobhouse's edition offers a detailed record of the church's finances, revealing how the parish's wealth was used to support the church, the poor, and the local community. These accounts provide a valuable window into the daily lives of Gloucestershire's inhabitants, revealing their concerns about taxes, tithes, and the distribution of charity. The court rolls of the Manor of Wakefield, spanning centuries, are a monumental undertaking. W. P. Baildon's editions meticulously document every transaction, every dispute, and every legal decision made within the manor. These records reveal the complex relationships between the lord, the tenants, and the local community, offering a detailed picture of medieval rural life. The court rolls of Carshalton, a sprawling estate in Surrey, provide a similar level of detail. D. L. Powell's transcription reveals the intricacies of estate management, highlighting the challenges faced by the lord in maintaining control over his lands and his tenants. The court rolls of Ingoldmells, a Lincolnshire manor, offer a glimpse into the lives of a different type of rural community. W. O. Massingbird's edition reveals the importance of agriculture and trade in the local economy, as well as the social tensions between the lord and his tenants. And finally, the court rolls of Wakefield, painstakingly compiled by John Lister, complete the picture, offering a comprehensive record of the manor's legal and administrative history. Beyond the official records, there were other sources. The extent of Upton, 1431, a small but significant document that reveals the boundaries of a local estate. The Wheatley Records, a collection of Oxfordshire documents, offer a broader perspective on rural life in the region. Let's not forget the literature of the time. Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, though fictional, provides a vivid portrayal of medieval society, capturing the language, customs, and social attitudes of the era. The Italian Relation of England, a travelogue written by a Venetian merchant, offers a foreign perspective on Gloucestershire, highlighting the differences between English and Italian culture. And then there are the ballads and lyrics, the songs and poems that captured the hopes, fears, and dreams of the people. Francis James Child's The English and Scottish Popular Ballads provides a valuable collection of these works, offering a window into the popular culture of the Middle Ages. The records of the Guild of St. George in Norwich, the records of the Guild of Holy Trinity in Coventry, and the records of medieval Oxford's coroners' inquests offer a glimpse into the lives of urban dwellers, revealing the challenges and opportunities of city life. The select cases from the coroner's rolls, spanning over 4 centuries, provide a fascinating insight into the legal system of the time, highlighting the types of crimes and accidents that were investigated by the coroners. The Select Pleas of the Forest, a collection of legal documents related to the enforcement of forest laws, reveals the power and authority of the monarchy and the nobility. The Small Household of the XVTH Century, an account book from a Bridport chantry, offers a detailed picture of the daily lives of a wealthy family, revealing their religious beliefs, their social connections, and their financial affairs. The Testamenta Eboracentia, a collection of wills from York, provides a valuable record of inheritance patterns and family relationships. And finally, the three records of the alien priory of Grove and the manor of Leighton Buzzard offer a glimpse into the lives of a small rural community. Was it all grim and brutal? Certainly not. The records reveal a society that was complex, dynamic, and full of contradictions. There were moments of great generosity, of profound faith, and of remarkable resilience. But there were also moments of violence, injustice, and suffering. The records tell us that the lives of ordinary people were shaped by a complex interplay of factors: their birth, their family, their social status, their occupation, and their place in the local community. These factors determine their opportunities, their limitations, and their fate. The shift from community justice to royal justice wasn't a sudden event. It was a gradual process driven by the rise of centralized power and the growing authority of the crown, but the transition wasn't always smooth. Local customs and traditions often resisted royal authority, leading to conflict and instability. The decline of serfdom wasn't a complete reversal of the feudal system. It was a gradual process of change, driven by economic forces and social pressures. Some peasants were able to gain greater freedom, while others remained bound to the land. The records reveal a society in constant flux, a society grappling with the challenges of a changing world. It was a world of hardship and uncertainty, but also a world of hope and opportunity. And so, as we delve into these dusty archives, we begin to understand that medieval Gloucestershire wasn't just a backdrop for knights and dragons. It was a vibrant, complex, and utterly human world, a world that deserves to be remembered. But what if the records are incomplete? What if they only tell part of the story? What if the voices of the ordinary people, the peasants, the artisans, the women have been silenced by the passage of time? What if the true story of Gloucestershire lies hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered?